The island of Fuerteventura is full of fascinating beaches, a lot of them almost virgin and deserted, to which we can access only by narrow dirt roads, just suitable for off-road vehicles such as Discovery Safari's jeeps, to which we get in to begin this journey that will surely amaze you. Corralejo in the north of the island is our starting point. This little traditional fishing village has developed considerably during the last decades thanks to the continuous and increasing flow of tourists. Taking a walk in the streets, we discover how the most traditional side and touristic side of this cozy village coexist in harmony. In the promenade we have a wide range of bars and restaurants to peacefully enjoy the beauty of the sea and some little beaches situated along the promenade where we can get a refreshing dip. These are not the most popular beaches of the village. Las Grandes Playas, outside the urban center, are the Corralejo's major tourist claim. 3.5 kilometers of clear water beaches crowned by huge golden sand dunes declared Natural Park. Soon we enter the first dirt road to continue our trip through the north of Fuerteventura. We make a brief stop on a mountain top to take a look behind and gaze at Corralejo's dunes and village from above. Far in the distance we can see the silhouette of Islote de Lobos and the south of Lanzarote. We arrive to the village of Villaverde to visit the canary plantations of a cactus called tunera, a plant of Mexican origin imported in the 17th century and that has spread all over the island's geography, becoming one of the most distinguishing characteristics of the landscape. Discovery Safari's guides teach us how to choose, clean out of thorns, and savor this tasty fruit of vivid color. La Casa de los Coroneles is in the south of La Oliva. It's a grand mansion from 17th century that has become one of the major claims of the village due to its great architectural and historical value. This building was built as accommodation and seat of the coronels dominating the island at that time, a living witness of historical changes that marked the social, economic, and political development of Fuerteventura. We are headed again towards the ocean, through the northwest to know El Cotillo, beginning in Los Acantilados del Oeste, from where we have a perfect view of the neighboring beaches of Esquinzo and Playa del Águila. These beaches are very popular between surfers because of the roughness of the sea dominating almost the whole year. Near the old harbor is La Fortaleza del Tostón, built in 1790 to defend the island from frequent pirates' invasions who were continuously arriving to this point of Fuerteventura's coasts. At the other side of El Cotillo, we find Los Lagos Beach, where the color of the sea, the white sand, and the black volcanic rocks fills with life this enviable natural setting. El Faro del Tostón stands above the lagoons spread all over this corner of the island, now opened as a traditional fishing museum to show the historic connection of Fuerteventura with the sea. We cross the island towards the east coast to visit Caleta de Fuste, one of the main tourist centers. Here we can go shopping in its many stores, choose between a wide range of restaurants, practice one of the many water activities offered in the marina, or relax on the beach, perfect for kids because of the calm waters. South of Caleta de Fuste, we can enjoy some other quiet beaches in a place known as Castillo, because in the promenade, the oldest castle in Canary Islands is resting. Just 5 minutes away by car south of Caleta de Fuste is Las Salinas del Carmen, the only salt works still active across the island, and where we can also visit the Salt Museum. We enter now the center of the island to discover the most rustic and traditional side of Fuerteventura in some of the most important villages. The first one is Betancuria, a place of historical importance because it was the first county seat after the conquest in the year 1404, and that it's named after one of its founders, the Norman Juan de Betancourt. The Cathedral Church of Santa Maria de Betancuria was built after the Berber invasion of the 16th century that devastated the village almost entirely. Ajuy, on the west coast, is a small traditional fishing village sparsely populated settled on this black sand beach. If we take a short walk through this path carved on the white stone along the cliff, we arrive to the main tourist claim of the village, the caves of the natural monument of Ajuy, carved on the rock of these cliffs by the erosion of the sea. The abundance of trees and bushes colors Pájara in green, distinguishing this village from the rest of Fuerteventura of red and arid lands mostly. The picturesque church was built between the year 1687 and 1711. The huge stone door and the Virgin upon the altar brought from Mexico by a powerful emigrant are two of the most interesting characteristics. But the most curious thing we can see is the water wheel, camel drawn in the past, and that now is shown by the church's square as a witness of the most traditional side of the island. We are headed south along the east coast, and we run into another oasis of vegetation standing out on the desert landscape. We are in Costa Calma, a place that attracts our attention because of the high pine and palm tree forest and the long turquoise water beach, from where we have a beautiful view of Sotavento Beach, our next stop. Now the Jandia Natural Park, a place with a great geological and biological value, but very popular above all because of the endless beaches. One of them is Sotavento Beach, visited often by surf, windsurf and kitesurf lovers due to the excellent wind conditions. Is one of the most populated areas of Fuerteventura. Here we can find the most important quay of the south and countless stores and restaurants along the promenade and the long beach, enviable clean even though it's very visited by tourists and local people. Nudist and non-nudist naturally coexist in this beach, although there's an invisible line that separates them, a line marked by the Morro Hable lighthouse, where we can also see a cetacean skeleton, here shown because of this coast of Fuerteventura is part of the migration route of these animals. From El Puertito, we can already see the Punta Jandia lighthouse. In this small town, we regain strength eating in one of its many restaurants, and we stretch our legs taking a short walk because from here we have a long journey through dirt roads to get to the most virgin coast of Fuerteventura. Punta Jandia Lighthouse was built in the year 1864, and just like the Toston Lighthouse in El Cotillo, is now open to the public as a museum, but this one to teach about cetaceans. Next one is Punta Pesebre Lighthouse, peculiar because of its small size and the blue door that seems to be standing in the middle of the ocean and to be the entrance to nowhere. And we feel like in the middle of nowhere as we enter Cofete. This overwhelming landscape, consisting of the highest mountains of Jandia and the lonely and wild Cofete beaches, seems to embrace you and invites you to imagine how the world was like before mankind. Villa Winter was built in the year 1893 by the German Gustav Winter. Different legends are told about the real purpose to build this construction in this isolated place. They tell it was a military base for Nazi submarine and plane fleets that arrived guided by the high tower. Or that it was the hideout of a German military man who was on the run. Or that there are caves used as a bunker or as a lime kiln under the building. And we reach our journey's end in this wild beach of the village of La Pared, located in the northern east coast of Jandia. Sea, sand, and wind have been with us during this whole unforgettable journey through Fuerteventura, but our best company has been, without a doubt, the sun that stays with us until the end of this farewell, surrounding us with the magic of twilight.